Hi, I'm Chris Suprock from Suprock Technologies, and we're going to talk about a sensor installation today on a Sandvik CoroTurn turning tool for our customers located in South Carolina. And the system we're going to be installing is a Suprock Tech Reflex sensor system that consists of a sensor, and this sensors come in strain sensors, acceleration, and temperature. They're very small form factors. And then we're going to talk a little bit about this hub, which takes up to 4 of these sensors and then connects to a control unit like a Caron Engineering TMAC, or you can put this out to general analog I/O or an analog acquisition card. Also has USB on it if you have a PC and you want to do more advanced control. So what we're going to talk about is these strain sensors. We'll be doing an installation of a strain sensor like this one, and you can see here on the scope I got this connected up to the analog output of the hub, and what it does is it measures strain. That's awesome. It's really hard to do inside of a tool though, because you've got temperature, you've got fluids, you've got all kinds of harsh environments going on during the cutting. This is for a turning tool that's going to be machining a lot of titanium. So we'll talk about the installation, talk about the preparation of the tool, and what we do here to take our sensor system, put it into a tool so it can be used in a machine tool. So now that this is set in here, I haven't potted it yet, so I haven't sealed it yet, but we're going to do a little bit of a demo just to see how it works. I got the scope running. It's connected to the analog output of the hub. So we're going to take a look at this guy. I'm just going to put some force on it by hand so we can take a look at what it looks like. There we go. Maybe I'm putting 5 or 10 pounds on this by hand. You can see the output going around. That's pretty good. Considering the cross section is large and I'm not putting a lot of force on it, it's pretty sensitive. But the neat part is that when we configure these systems, we can adjust the gains so that we can compensate for whatever type of tool or whatever type of situation the customer has. For instance, this tool is large, so we have a gain setting inside the hub here that's opened up. The hub is naked, so we can see the gain switches here. There are 2 gain switches for this tool. This is tool 4, and there's also a peak hold feature on here. I'll talk about that a little bit, but we'll look at another video for that. The peak hold feature is in the case that you do PEX drilling or you're doing something that you need very, very high resolution on a small drill. We go down to 4,000th drills with this system, and what we're looking for is we're looking for a signal that's barely above the noise with these drills, and you want to be able to have a peak hold, so when the signal from the PEX drilling happens, it holds the peak and allows a slower A to D system to sample it. So we've got that feature built in here as well. It's more of an advanced feature, but for this system it's pretty basic. We're just doing force monitoring. So we have the gain setting. The gain is set to 8x only on this because it's a larger tool. It's going to have pretty significant force input, and that wraps up the installation. I'm going to hermetically seal this with some potting compound, and then it's ready to ship out. So this is what we'll do. If you send us a tool, we take the tool, we modify it for the sensors ourselves, we'll have it machined. We'll talk about the engineering specifications for that, make sure it doesn't compromise anything with the tooling or the tool changing. We do the sensor installation and then we ship it back to you. So now that the gains have been set in the box, we've got the gains all set up in the hub for this tool, and we've got the tool configured. The tool's properly potted, sealed up, and it's been given a proper cure cycle, so we don't have to worry about the gauges and creep with the adhesive. So it's all set up, and then that's it. In conclusion, the Suprock Tech Reflex system is a system that you can install into any cutting tool with minor modifications. The boards are small and minimally invasive, and it consists of the tooling, the modified tooling, the hub, which talks to a control system or an analog acquisition system like Caron Engineering TMAC, and the system is pretty concise. It can do several things: measures force, it can measure acceleration, it can measure temperature, and basically we can do quoting off of drawings, or if you send us a tool, And what we do for nonprofits is we offer discounts depending on the nature of research being done, engineering research, for instance schools or nonprofits. So drop us a line or get in touch with us on www.suprocktech.com, and we can talk about the reflex sensor system and how it could benefit your process or benefit your research.